Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash has reached again the $249 level, and it is following our wave count. Also the wave count obviously that we discussed in the previous video. I haven't had to change it, which is actually a little bit surprising given that it is a very choppy price action. But still expect this to change because it looks a bit like an ending diagonal here to the downside in the C wave. Nevertheless, it looks like we go a little lower. But the primary scenario is basically fulfilled now, given that we were waiting for another dip below the A wave low, so below $249. That happened. We dropped down to 246 today. Would still expect it to go a little lower, but a wave 4 bounce is due. I'm not entirely confident about the micro count, so don't get me wrong. Don't think, all right, he said another low is coming. I still think it will go down lower. That is how it looks like, but it has now come below the low of the A wave low. Ideal target here for this C wave, to be honest, yeah, the C wave of wave 4. Well, it's actually the C wave of the wave Y, whatever. Okay, you can label that in different ways, yeah. To be honest, I don't need that WXY here, so let's take that actually out. It's just an A wave in 3 waves, a B wave up, and the C wave down. That's how I see it at the moment. Important is that the C wave typically gets below the low of the A wave, so that's all fulfilled. And we need 5 waves. So I've got a 1, I've got a 2, I've got a 3, I've got a 4 and a 5. If it's an ending diagonal, this can always easily extend because then you deal with corrective subwave structures. Like, for example, you could say, okay, you know, maybe this is only the A wave of the third wave. We'll get a B wave of the third wave. Then there will be a C wave of the third. Then there will be the 4, and then you get the 5, and you know, so it can always extend. So what is crucial is to understand the relevant support levels. Do not get too, do not go too much into the weeds here and try to figure out, you know, the most detailed Elliott Wave count. You know, I guess here really on the 1 hour chart, that's the absolute limit. You shouldn't really go any lower because it doesn't give you any new insights. Okay. I always say don't treat Elliott Wave counts primarily as predictive. What they are mainly an element for risk management. So it tells you exactly how long can we actually expect that a wave 5 is happening. Yeah, we're expecting still one more wave up, but before probably more downside. But this is our support area. The wave count reveals these levels for us. 249, which is clearly relevant because that is the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Price has reacted to that now twice. The 38.2 Fib level at 210. That is typically the ideal target for a 4th wave. And then we've got the 50% retracement at 182. That's sort of the maximum the wave 4 should do. Why is that important for risk management? Because very clearly it will tell me when I have to change my view. Below $182, this is going to turn bearish. So I know when I have to change my perspective. That helps you a ton with risk management. It also gives me a view where is typically the most likely target for a 4th wave. As I said, in this case, the 210 level. I think I stressed that already in the last video. Now, just because it's the most likely target doesn't mean it has to get there. But, you know, if I don't see any reaction to the upside, and if I have an expectation that Bitcoin is going to go down a little lower, and if I know that, okay, we've had so far only the 23.6 Fib level, the 38.2 is likely still to come, then this is sort of my expectation. Again, if price breaks above the descending broadening wedge that we have on the chart, then we are probably already in the 5th wave. But until a breakout occurs, the next target to the downside would be 210. And it seems like the short-term trend is down here as well on this chart. So no change to the previous videos, purely following our wave count at the moment. Do not treat, as I said, do not treat this lowest degree wave count as predictive. It simply tells you when further downside is invalidated, which would be above the wave 2 high, so above 294. And it tells you here the breakout point, which is most likely this descending trend line, yeah? Because it's a descending broadening wedge. Typically, these would break to the upside, yeah, typically, but there is still a lot of space to the downside, as you can see here, and the 210 level is next support. Below that, we have 182. Well, there is some more structural support, actually, where we had the previous wave 4. That's around 225, yeah, but the next Fib support is 210. Doesn't mean we have to go down that low, but it's just sort of like a magnet that's pulling the price to it, okay? we can also use the ABC structure here to calculate targets a little bit more precisely. So what we can do, we can take the length of the A wave, then we go to the high of the B wave, and we're looking for the 100% extension. They are just levels to watch in addition to the Fibonacci retracements. So we've got the $231 level, 100% extension, and then we've got the 1.618 extension at 195. I would pay attention to these levels. That's my update about Bitcoin Cash. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.